Welcome to Business with Louis, the show where we demystify the world of finance and entrepreneurship, making it accessible to everyone. I'm your host, Louis Riskwiser, and today we're going to explore a topic that's at the heart of every successful business: creating company culture. So, what exactly is company culture? Simply put, it's the set of values, beliefs, and practices that define how a company operates and interacts with its employees, customers, and the wider community. It's like the DNA of an organization, shaping everything from how teams collaborate to how decisions are made. In fact, research has shown that companies with strong cultures tend to outperform those without, with a study by Gallup finding that organizations with high levels of employee engagement see a 26% increase in productivity and a 41% reduction in absenteeism. But where did this concept come from? The idea of company culture has its roots in the work of sociologists and anthropologists who studied the ways in which groups of people interacted and formed shared values. In the business world, thinkers like Edgar Schein and Charles Handy helped to popularize the idea that companies had their own unique cultures, just like countries or communities. Today we recognize that company culture is not just a nice-to-have, but a critical component of any successful business strategy. One influential framework is the Competing Values Framework, which suggests that companies can be classified into 4 different cultural types: clan, adhocracy, market, and hierarchy. Another important concept is the idea of cultural fit, which refers to the extent to which an individual's values and personality align with those of the organization. Research has shown that employees who are a good cultural fit tend to be more engaged, productive, and satisfied with their jobs. So, how do companies create strong cultures in practice? One notable case study is that of Google, which has become famous for its innovative and collaborative culture. From its early days, Google's founders prioritized creating a workplace where employees felt empowered to take risks and pursue their passions. This led to the development of iconic perks like free meals, on-site gyms, and 20% time. But it also involved more fundamental changes, such as flatter organizational structures and a focus on transparency and open communication. Another example is the outdoor apparel company Patagonia, which has built a culture around its commitment to environmental sustainability. From using recycled materials in its products to providing on-site childcare for employees, Patagonia's culture is designed to reflect its values and attract like-minded customers and employees. As CEO Rose Marcario has said, "We're not just a company, we're a community of people who care about the same things." But creating company culture isn't without its challenges. One of the biggest hurdles is scaling culture as your business grows. It's easy to maintain a close-knit team atmosphere when you're small, but as you expand, it can be harder to keep everyone aligned with your core values. To overcome this, companies like Amazon and Zappos have established rituals and practices that reinforce their cultures, such as weekly team meetings or regular town hall gatherings. So, what can you do to create a strong company culture in your own business? First, start by defining your core values and mission. What sets your organization apart from others? What kind of work environment do you want to foster? Once you have these values, they should guide every decision, from hiring the right talent to designing your office space. It's also vital to lead by example. As a leader, your actions set the tone for your entire organization. Another key strategy is to prioritize communication and feedback. Regular check-ins with employees, anonymous surveys, and open channels for suggestions can all help ensure that everyone feels heard and valued. And don't forget the power of storytelling. Sharing stories about your company's history, successes, and challenges can help to create a sense of shared identity and purpose. Of course, there are many tools and resources available to help you build a strong company culture. From employee engagement platforms like 15Five or CultureAmp to culture-focused consulting firms like Great Place to Work, there are plenty of options to explore. But at the end of the day, creating company culture is not just about using the right tools. It's about building a genuine community of people who share your values and vision. In conclusion, creating company culture is not just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have for any business aiming to achieve long-term success. By understanding the principles behind company culture, learning from real-world examples, and applying practical strategies, you can build an organization that attracts top talent, innovates, and endures through market fluctuations. Remember, your company culture is your competitive edge in today's fast-paced business world. That's it for today's Business with Louis. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, every great business starts with action. Make your next move count.